So,
Okay.
You're wondering why we've gathered you two here today.
yeah,
Yeah.
and why you're in this position.
I thought we were gonna go get ice cream.
Nope.
Nope, far from it actually, because we're in
Okay.
your basement. It's a weird spot to get ice cream.
What are we doing here?
Well, someone needs to learn a little thing or two about a certain video game franchise
Oh yeah.
that, maybe you haven't given enough chances to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, maybe
you
you
struggled with.
Yeah.
My Sims.
Pokemon.
Yeah. Pokemon is kind of the My Sims of the rest of the world.
Okay. All right.
More people, yeah.
So Justin, have you do you know anything?
Pokemon Go, but that's it.
Okay,
But
so
like,
that's a good
I know
start.
the active
That's a
scroll
good
on the
start.
wall in
Let's
my
go through our
collection.
Pokemon resumes real
Yeah,
quick, just
yeah.
what we've all played.
All right, so back when I was in preschool, I got my first Pokemon game. It
No,
was
you
Ruby.
didn't. No, you didn't.
Let him finish.
No, you couldn't even wipe your own ass back then, let alone.
I couldn't, but I could play Pokemon.
Sure, it's so easy.
I could barely.
So, I mean, you were a menace
I
in
could
your
barely
household.
read. I could barely read,
Yeah.
but I was playing
There
Pokemon.
was on the walls, but you did have Pokemon Ruby.
Yep, I started with Torchic because I thought it looked the coolest, and I just rode Blaziken all the way through the game. Made it kind of hard, a lot of water in that game. So I thought Pokemon was really hard when I was young. Then I
Yeah.
realized types existed. That started happening once I could actually read, and I was like, oh, it's telling me things.
This attack's good against that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I played at least one, if not all of the games from each generation up until 4 as they were coming out, which I'm now realizing isn't very long. It's just another
It's just one
more
extra.
generation.
One extra.
One more generation.
That's not really all. It's just
Yeah. Okay.
it's like
so
2 games.
so yeah. I played. I got Ruby first, but I played the shit out of Emerald. Never had Sapphire in the OG days, and then I got Pearl, and then I got
Gen 4.
Platinum.
That's Gen 4 as well.
Then I got Diamond.
That's also Gen 4.
Literally just got the same 3 games.
Those are all
These guys
fantastic.
are
Yeah, I got three.
Platinum's a little
See,
different.
I got 3 of the same game. That's how passionate I was about Pokemon.
That's how good
That's
it
all
is.
3 legendaries.
Yeah.
That's
I
all
mean,
of them.
I remember back in the day, like, I kind of look at it, like, I was just like, oh, I needed to get, like, the DSi, and I already had the DS Lite, and I look back at that, and I'm just like, God, I was stupid.
Did I
Yeah,
need
this
to
guy-
do
I was
this
dumb
guy-
as hell.
Got
Could have
boys.
gone an entirely new ass game. And I'm like, no, I
Yeah.
have to get the same damn thing all over again.
How do you think I felt when I asked for Diamond after already having Pearl and Platinum?
Did you know what you were getting into?
Yeah. I knew damn well there were a couple
Just
exclusives.
exclusives. Yeah,
There's
it's
a
just
couple
exclusives.
exclusive
really.
mons.
Yeah.
Need to get them
Like,
all.
did
box
you
legendaries.
get the most out of your experience?
I would say so.
I would
I
damn
would
hope
say
so with all 3.
And then I had a bit of a resurgence when Oras came
A
out.
resurgence?
yeah.
The golden age, if you will.
Omega Ruby, Alpha Sapphire, remake in Gen 3, and that got me
Ever
back
heard?
into the swing of things, and I've played
Those
pretty
were
much
the
all
first
of
ones
them
you played,
since.
by the way. The remakes he was just playing right now.
Yeah.
It was the remakes of the ones
Yeah.
he played originally
Yeah.
as a dumb little
As a dumb little baby, little
Yeah.
stinky
Yeah.
pooper.
Yeah.
Little can't wipe my own ass, but I'll pick Torchic
He
Eric.
couldn't wipe his own ass for a
I
while.
couldn't.
Yeah, what is Torchic?
Fire
It's a
type.
fire chicken.
Yeah.
You want to see it?
No.
We're
Do
still
you
going
need some
slideshow.
visual
We're gonna
aids?
have to.
Do you need some visual aids? Because that could
gonna
come
have
in
to see
handy.
it.
We're going to be saying some things
I'm gonna
that
show you
you're
the whole
not going to
evolutionary line
understand.
even.
Okay.
So this is Torchic.
What do you think of it? What's your
Keep
first
ready. Would you pick
impression?
him?
What do you think?
It looks pretty.
You've probably seen him in Pokemon Go.
I don't know. It looks, yeah, no, it does look familiar. It looks
Yeah.
pretty innocent, you know, pretty
Yeah.
naive.
Yeah, what if I told you to turn
Something-
into this fucking piece of shit? This little dumb, this little dumb cock
This
looking
little
guy.
fighter.
Yeah, he looks like a penis.
I mean, when you put it like that,
Yeah,
Yeah. Penis.
Combustion is kind of a penis with extra steps.
His name is also
Yeah.
Combuskin, like combust, like a dick
Yeah.
Like he
combusting.
combusted.
Yeah.
Cum is combusting.
Yeah, ball, shaft.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, I get it now.
Yeah.
Are you intrigued to the franchise? Does that bring
Yeah.
you too?
What do you do in it?
What do you do?
Well-
you go around the world.
Yeah.
You try to.
So you're
be-
like a 10-year-old kid in your small little town, and then your local scientist has like 3 balls on a table, and he lets you pick one, and they have 3 different monsters in them. One of them being little chicken, little orange chicken.
Don't
Yeah,
worry about the
yeah.
other two. They're
Yeah,
not
don't worry about the other
important
2.
yet.
You don't want to pick them.
Yeah,
You're
bark,
probably
bark,
gonna pick
chicken,
Mudkip,
bark,
but-
yeah.
You're probably gonna pick Mudkip, but you're not gonna pick Mudkip.
You basically try to be the very best that no one ever was.
Yeah, you get your little boy or
Yeah.
girl, and you walk around the grass. You go fight some more other monsters. So you get your little guy. You go fight a bunch of wild Pokemon.
Wild.
Yeah, they're wild.
They
Yeah.
wild. They
Loose,
wild.
Loose
They-
in the
Loose
world.
cannons, yeah.
Yeah.
Loose cannon Pokemon.
And also
Yeah.
other trainers who have their own Pokemon.
Yeah.
They'll
Level
just come
up
up
your
to you and
Pokemon.
they'll fight you without any warning.
Yeah, if you
Yeah.
lock eye, if they
Yeah,
lock
it's-
eyes on you.
It's tradition. They call it locking eyes, but basically, if they see you, they're gonna fight you.
Yeah.
Like you could be looking this way,
Yeah, you
and
don't
then
have
a guy sees you from over here, and he's like, "Hey, buddy,
Yeah.
you wanna fight?
Well, we're gonna. It's not an option.
I'm about to kick your ass. He's all confident, and then he throws out his like level 6 fucking like
Yeah,
shit.
youngster Joey sends out his Rattata.
Yeah, youngster Joey sends out a Rattata.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, I've got Charmander, so I'm just gonna just burn your ass.
Right.
And then he's like, wah.
Yeah.
Okay. So like,
son.
So you have your own little
Justin's-
Pokemon, and you
Justin's
catch
starting to
wild
get it.
ones
Justin's starting to get
to
it.
add to your team, and you fight the other trainers to level up your guys to evolve them into Dick Boy
Yeah.
and other ones.
Well,
Yeah.
And then they get stronger, and they're more moves.
Stronger,
what about the
harder.
grass owl? Where does he come into
Rowlet?
the picture?
Grass out the Rowlet. Okay, that's a pretty
That's
late stage reference
Yeah,
there.
wow,
All right,
that's-
so maybe not more
alright.
than you were letting on.
Yeah, jeez.
Yeah. Well,
I know a
is-
little bit.
He is.
Show me any Pokemon, I can probably name it.
You sure?
Any of them, huh?
Yeah.
Any of them, huh?
Yeah, I think me and Justin can probably do it. With both of us combined, I think we could do it.
Just look up these. Just look up those.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
probably. It's not.
Because
Gonna,
I don't even.
That's probably gonna get him pretty far. All right.
Alright, I can do it.
Here you go. Here's one. Good fucking luck
I-
with this. Any guesses?
Starts with an R.
Yeah, there we
There's like
go.
R's and O's in it.
Kraboricus.
There's R's and O. There's an R and an O in it.
Kraboricus.
It's not
I'll give you a
Kraboricus.
He is a
Lobster Ringo.
He is a master of sorts.
Yeah.
Perhaps he owns some land in Scotland.
Yeah, he'll drink a lot too.
Yeah. Oh, he synonym of slurps it down.
Any guesses off that?
I'm so lost. Oh, what the fuck?
That's a Guzzlord right there.
Guzzlord.
That's
I
a
didn't even know
Guzzlord.
that.
Yeah.
What was he guzzling? He's got
He
claws.
could. He could guzzle.
All right.
What, is that supposed to be like a mouth?
Yeah.
That's supposed to be like 2 mouths?
Yeah, he screams.
It looks like a pumpkin.
He screams.
Looks like a jack-o'-lantern.
He screams
or a
really
bomb.
loud.
Okay.
He's
All right.
loud.
Alright.
All right. Round two. This one's a little easier. It's literally what you're looking at.
Beedrill.
Oh, okay.
That's close.
Buzz Bomber.
Oh my
so
God.
close.
That's,
So close. So close.
Wow.
B-17 Bomber.
Buzz needle? Buzz?
Oh,
Nah,
the buzz
see,
is there.
You guys got it. He's a bug, so he buzzes, and he is swole. Like he is fucking muscular.
Yeah.
Buzzswole.
That's it.
Close enough. Yeah.
That's it?
Buzzwole.
That's what I said!
No,
That's what I said.
small.
And in
Doesn't
case you're
sound-
curious,
wrong.
that's what he looks like shiny.
That's kind of interesting.
That's
huh?
not shiny, that's just a
neon.
different color.
That's
Yep,
what
that's
Yeah,
what
shinies
shiny
are a
is.
whole. Shinies are a whole different
Some-
thing.
Why
some
does it say
shinies are
alternate
actually
color
darker.
Buzzwole?
Like Gengar. Gengar
Gengar
shiny
shini's
is actually
bad.
just Gengar, but darker.
Yeah, you
Okay.
can barely tell the difference.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
here's both of them side by side.
Yeah, which one's the shiny one there?
Right.
That one.
Right, shiny.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the red one.
I think that's right.
No, I think it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're basically the same
yeah,
thing.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
Well, some are like completely different colors.
Yeah, some are wild.
Yeah.
But Dominic,
Like an
what do you,
Espeon shiny is really good.
Dominic,
There's
what
a
do
lot
you
of
think
them that
about
are
Pokemon?
green.
I've been playing for a while.
Like
Well,
a couple weeks, yeah.
Yeah, like
Like
past couple days. No,
Yeah.
so I think my first was Pokemon Gold on the Game Boy Color.
Damn.
I was passed down to my cousins.
Wow.
But I spent the most
It's
time
OG.
on
Yeah,
Diamond.
tradition.
Diamond, huh?
Gen 4.
Yeah, he knows a little thing or two
What was your
about that.
Gen 4 starter?
Chimchar was mine.
Okay.
I
Ah,
usually start with
monkey.
I can respect
That's
that.
a monkey.
Yeah,
I
that's
usually
monkey.
start
Yeah.
with the fire types.
Little monkey.
Fireman.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Sure.
What do you think? What do you think about though, like monkeys?
I mean, they're not bad. I don't hate them, you know?
Like ooh, ooh, ah, ah, like monkeys.
Yeah.
They're like,
Yeah.
like light them on fire.
Yeah, it's Chimchar.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Yeah, sure, sure.
Huh, looks a little different than
That's
I.
him. That's him at the bottom text. That's him. Or the
Yeah,
top text.
Yeah. I think I know what you're putting down now. So
Yeah.
it's just like, all right. So what should I start with? What Pokemon should I start with if I really want to get into Pokemon?
Have you
I mean, it really
ever-
doesn't matter. Like, you can pick whatever you want and be fine.
Yeah,
Like,
each,
it's kind of whichever one you
Like
like.
that thing,
I feel like it's the
that
same
fucking
every
monkey
time.
that you just showed me.
as each
We can start with
generation
that.
kind of goes on, they build
Yeah.
off of each other. So like the first one, Gen 1, honestly, if you try playing it, it's kind of a buggy mess
Yeah.
right now. It's hard to tell what's going on, but once you kind of get the hang of it from later games, you can go back and be able to follow it.
Yeah.
At least that's the way it was for me when I tried playing Gen 1.
It's definitely a lot
for the
harder
first
to
time.
play the
Like,
old games than the new
what
games.
in
The
the
new games are
price?
pretty.
What am I looking at? It's like, that's a Venusaur. You sure?
Yeah.
You sure?
It just looks like a green mess.
It just looks like a blob of pixels.
The new games are much more accessible and more user friendly for sure.
Yeah, I honestly I think a good starting point is Gen 5, because that's when they made the shift from the old school Pokemon to the new school Pokemon. So you don't necessarily.
Pig.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the, okay, I'm glad we're sticking on the train of fire starters.
Orange Hog.
Yeah, Dusty Hog.
Okay. So what about Justin?
What
Because
about him?
I know a little bit about Pokemon.
I
I've
still-
tried
I
a
still-
little
honest-
more.
honestly,
He's
I
played
think,
Pokemon Go, so he has a little bit of background.
Yeah, you probably could
Yeah.
pick out most Pokemon that showed him.
yeah, I still
So,
think
at
A
least-
lot of these names I'm not catching up on. I'll be honest.
you don't really need to know the names too much. Like you'll be introduced to them as you're going. Like
Yeah, you get a nice meet and greet with them.
and
take
like
them out to dinner for
a
bit.
good thing too. A lot of them, like say you see it for the first time, you can kind of tell what it is. Like, oh, that's a fighting type. Like that's got to be a fighting type.
Show him like Machamp or something. He'll like that.
Yeah.
He'll like that.
I'll pull him up a chimp, yeah.
Yeah.
If you look at
This is Machamp.
that's Machamp. That's Machamp.
That's Machamp.
It's just a little furry ball. With
That's
the pig
Mankey.
nose.
Gotcha, wrong.
Oh.
It's Mankey.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Frank.
gotcha.
And then say you look at like something like this is coming at you. You're like, oh,
Name that type.
Yeah,
yeah, it's
that.
like what type?
Flying type.
Yeah,
That's a
yeah, it's a
flying type.
bird.
The wing.
It's a
Plus,
bird.
plus, you
No,
know,
it
there's
isn't.
psychic.
But then when you catch it, you can be like, oh damn, now he's also psychic. So I can
What?
fight some more fuckers with him.
Okay.
Because when
Do
you
you-
when you catch him, you
yeah.
get all the information about it.
Okay.
Yeah, you get the Pokédex.
What is
filled
that
out.
thing?
That was a Zatu.
Yeah, evolves from a Natu.
Evolves from a Natu.
Yeah.
The Zatu is
What
a
does
little-
a Natu look like?
Well, it's smaller.
It's just
so
a more
picture,
round.
yeah, no,
Doesn't
yeah.
fly yet.
Honestly, picture just the head.
Yeah,
and that's
yep.
basically a
Yep,
Natu.
that's-
Yeah.
Where are the wings attached then? Because
They're like kind of. I think
There's
Yeah,
small
okay,
ones,
see, a
though.
Natu
Yeah,
doesn't
little
look as much
that
like
is
a-
not.
That looks more legitimate.
Yeah, like, yeah.
Like,
It's like a pinball.
like I believe you if you just show me that first. Like the fact that you show me that second, like I'm just.
It goes the other way, but yeah,
Yeah,
it's the same
Nor-
Pokemon.
normally
It's
it
the
goes
same
from
line.
little to big and strong.
Yeah.
Who's your favorite?
My personal favorite.
Who's your least favorite?
My least favorite, I'm not necessarily sure I have an answer for.
Well, who
Diggersby.
don't you like?
Sam doesn't like Diggersby.
He's so ugly.
yeah, I can see that.
kind of a
Ugliest
bunny covered.
He's the ugliest.
It's kind of
Damn ears, those hands or whatever.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
make sense of this thing.
He's not going to make anybody's
make
top
sense of
5.
that.
He's not making anybody's top 10.
Yo, he looks like an eclair.
What?
Yeah, alright.
I still prefer the
I
term
like an
shit-covered bunny.
I think covered body's more accurate.
Well, Dominic, what's your favorite?
Scyther. 'Cause I thought
What?
it looked
Yeah,
cool.
What
that's
is
a good
it?
pick.
Well, what do you think it is, based
what
off
do
the name?
I didn't. All I heard was like a little
Scyther?
scyther.
What do you think his
Yeah.
arms are?
Oh,
It's gonna look like
a brainy
um,
snake.
praying mantis.
Oh, pretty mantis.
Yeah.
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 Damn.
They have that
That's
same
pretty
color.
close
Okay,
to a
I
brainy
think I know
snake.
It used to be my
Pokemon.
favorite bet.
That's a good
but
pick.
Scyther's pretty dope.
That's a good
Scyther's
pick. I
pretty
like
dope.
I thought it
Scyther
looked
and
cool,
Scyther
so
for
I
sure.
was.
Yeah.
I have a soft spot for Blaziken still as my starter as well.
Yeah,
The Torchic
I mean,
starter.
no, everybody always remembers their firsts. Like
Yeah.
that's not gonna go away. But then
I
everybody,
remember that summer too.
But then everybody
and Mudkip.
remembers when they got
Mudkip were the
like a hardcore, like badass looking Pokemon, like Salamence.
Good dragon type, yeah.
Yeah. Picture Salamence. What are you picturing?
like
Salamander.
like a lizard on a penny.
A big salamander.
He replaced Lincoln with a salamander. That's what I'm picturing.
I mean, you're not wrong. He did free the slaves in the Pokemon lore. That's Salamence.
I don't know if that's true or not. I can't
It's
vouch for
kind
that.
of cool. It's kind of
We're gonna have to fact check that one.
kind of cool looking
We'll
dragon.
have to cut that out after.
Just in case I was wrong.
I don't know if I can vouch for him freeing the slave in the universe.
Well, who's your who don't you like? It may not be your least favorite, but like if I mean,
Other than Diggersby.
he said he doesn't really have an answer. Do you love them all?
I wouldn't say I love them. Some I care for more than others.
Yeah, you get one on a team with you, you play with it for a bit, you get more
Yeah.
attached to it for sure.
Yeah, and then other times there's nothing objectively wrong with the Pokemon. You just use it on a playthrough, and you're like, God damn it, this was a bad decision.
Yeah.
For me, that was a Zoomeril.
What's that?
That is it's
Yes.
so. Yeah.
A Zoomeril?
Yeah.
What type is it?
Yeah, what type is that?
Umbrella?
No,
That's
no,
not
it's
a type.
not
Oh.
a type.
It's like a speed
That's-
type. Is that one? That's, no. Okay.
Can you say what color it is?
Purple.
I'm gonna say
Well,
light pink.
technically, technically, that's the shiny. Shiny's like a light pink purple.
Yeah. Zoom. What's it called again?
A Zoomeril.
Zaboomafoo?
Zaboom.
Yeah, it's a Zoomafoo.
It's a lemur.
Yeah, it's just a fucking lemur. That's all it is.
A Zoomeril.
That's what you're thinking.
That's what you not like?
So here's the thing. They made it good in Gen 6 because it's part fairy type, but it used to just be water, and before they did the physical special split, where like, so okay, we've gone a little farther. So there's two types of attacks, right? There's physical attacks, that's like your tackles, your mock punch, like
Your razor leaf.
Yeah, water gun.
so. And then there's your special attacks. You're thinking like flamethrower, water gun, that
Yeah.
kind of thing. So
Water gun?
yeah, because you go like, it's like you shoot a wet bullet out of your
Yeah,
mouth.
that's a special
that's
move.
water gun.
Yeah.
So it's a special move.
And every Pokemon has a special attack and a normal attack stat.
So like,
And a
you know,
special defense and a normal defense stat.
so some Pokemon are better at like throwing punches. Some Pokemon are better at like taking lightning bolts to the face.
Yeah.
It kind of depends. In the first 3 generations, it was based on type. So like all fire attacks were special, all normal attacks
Yeah.
were physical.
So like Fire Punch and Flamethrower would both be
Yeah,
special attack.
which threw me off as a child because I'm like, oh, Hitmonchan, yeah, I got Fire Punch now. I'm gonna be
Yeah.
like clocking people, and
Yeah.
it does like 10 damage.
Yeah.
And it's like that's
Special stat's low.
that's nothing because
Special attack.
special attack is
It needs
very low.
attack for that.
I have a question. I have a
Yeah,
question for all
you get
three
one
of you.
question. Yeah, what's up?
All right. When you were a kid, or even now, did you wish that you had a Pokemon or you were a Pokemon?
I wish I.
I'd take a Pokemon.
yeah, I
I'd
would.
take a Pokemon.
I would like
I'd
back
have-
in the day.
have
I
one.
would have been so happy to be a Pokemon trainer.
Yeah.
Like 10 years old,
I
going
was
out in the
hoping-
world on my
yeah.
own, fighting criminals.
I don't want to be like a bug.
I wanted
but
to
I'll have,
hear
like, a bug.
be a Pokemon,
No.
you know?
No, I
I
don't think
don't-
anybody wants to be
Yeah.
trapped inside a small ball
Yeah, that sounds
and
like hell,
being
kinda,
used
actually.
as somebody's plaything, basically.
What about you, Dom?
I'd want to be a trainer.
Yeah.
Okay.
And be the very
fun.
best, like no one ever wants.
Yeah, I got
Play
it.
all light gyms. You know,
Do you
if-
think it would actually be a fun place to live?
Probably as long as you're strapped with the
Yeah.
Pokemon.
Yeah, it depends on what you got.
Yeah. If you're trying to walk around the world with like nothing on, you might be fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got your boys with you.
10-year-old walking around the world.
Yeah.
Feels like
Oh,
a
10-year-old
world with
with-
nothing but problems. You
10
know?
year old
there's
with his
police.
army of rats.
Well,
And
do
there's-
they
there's
have
free help.
Pokemon?
The healthcare's
Oh,
great.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Don't
healthcare.
don't
healthcare's
aren't the
great.
police Pokemon too? Like you just have a fucking little monkey running around.
Not as much, but
I'll
there
have to
is.
get back to you on
But
that.
there is the Machoke moving service. So like Machokes will literally carry like your TVs and your furniture into your house for you.
They
Yeah.
work. They work. They do work.
Yeah,
They do work. They put in
Pokemon do
work.
Do they pay-
They put
do you
in
pay
work.
them?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
I'm not sure.
Dude.
The legality.
And you said one
That's
of
where it gets a
Don't-
little
let's
weird.
not talk
That's
about
where
that.
the legality is where things get a little
Yeah.
loose.
Dude, I don't know about this. And you want to live in this world?
What about?
But
So do you? Hold on. Let's.
But
go
you
back
don't
to
pay like service dogs.
Yeah, but like
that's true. That's
the-
true.
See,
It's like a service
aren't
growler.
Machokes like buff?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
so
they
if-
kind of look like
Machamps have
dudes.
4 arms.
Yeah.
So they probably
this
be better at moving stuff.
Would
I'm
you
just
want to
gonna-
be a Machoke or a Machamp?
No, I don't want to be a.
I don't want to have one.
I don't
I
want
want to be a
Pokemon.
damn Pokemon.
Well, Justin, who do you like the most?
Out of those two,
Out of
Out of
anything,
every
Pokemon.
All of what we've seen.
Yeah.
I like the magic card.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Silly little fish.
Yeah,
silly
silly
little
Fish
fish.
flopping around.
Dumb little fish.
flopping
yeah.
around.
Dumb little fish. Can't do
Pretty
anything.
worthless at the beginning.
Yeah, but
That's
like
level
you know,
20.
if you're very careful with it, it can learn tackle.
Yeah.
So you
Okay.
can do something.
can't do
You
something.
could at least do something.
Stats
but
are
not
there
to
for
ghosts. But not to ghosts.
Normal types don't affect ghosts.
Okay, well, who's a
Good
ghost?
to know.
Gengar.
What if
Chandelure?
what if a Machoke dies? Does it become a
They don't
ghost?
really die.
They
So-
faint.
Yeah.
There's only fainting. in
What
this
if they
world.
do die?
They
Although
never
that's,
have.
see, that's
Hasn't happened yet.
that's where the speculation starts coming in, because in the Kanto region there was the Pokemon Tower, which was
That's true,
basically a graveyard for Pokemon,
Yeah.
and it says Pokemon that have passed away. So yes, Pokemon die, but
Yeah.
not from fighting
Yours
and getting
don't.
burned
It's just
and
age.
electrocuted. Yeah,
It's just old age.
Old age.
Yeah.
That seems to be the
Yeah.
only thing that'll.
Unless they maybe
Okay.
they
Kill a
want to or
Pokemon.
something. I don't know. They
What's-
can though.
What's your least favorite Pokemon game?
X and Y. Take
I haven't
it or
played
leave it.
Gen like 5 through 7. I missed those gens, so I can't really comment on those.
Yeah, there's a lot of the newer ones I haven't played,
Yeah.
so I can't really.
Yeah, X.
Really, Diamond, I'm not a huge fan of. Just the remake of that. It's kind of eh. Yes, those kind of just the new ones, really.
I still, Gen
Legend Arceus is
6
really cool. I like Legend Arceus a lot. That's a fun one.
Gen 6 was where the series started to kind of go from like its roots were like the first half or like the first like hour or so is a little handholdy, getting you down with the basics,
Oh, yeah.
figuring it out, to the game basically beats itself.
yeah.
Like
XP all and
yeah,
just-
like
yeah.
the XP shares.
Just the
so
bonus
like,
little, like,
you know,
crit
say,
hits and all that.
say you're trying to raise your Magikarp, right? Like you want him to be big and strong.
Yeah.
But like he literally only knows splash.
Yeah.
So he just kind of flops around and does nothing.
The problem is you fight on land, so you can't really splash.
Yeah.
Fish, fish, yeah,
Fish,
fish.
fish.
Yeah,
That's
fish.
That's
Nice.
That's,
Nice.
Part, that's,
That's
part
right.
of, that's part of the problem there.
That's a hit.
So like, you get the XP share, and then you can send out like your Squirtle or something that can actually do damage.
Yeah, you have to like
And
swap
then
train him, do anything.
Magikarp gets the XP.
Yep.
So that's kind of useful. That's how you get your really weak ones.
Even though
kinda,
they never battled, they're still getting.
It's either that or you have
Yeah.
to send them out first, then swap them out so they were in battle.
Yeah, and then you're losing a turn
Yeah.
because it's a turn-based battle. And if
Right.
you lose your turn, now the Pokemon
Wait.
you sent out just gets hit. And
Wait,
you don't
what?
do anything.
Can you repeat that?
So it's a turn-based battle.
Okay.
So if you're using your turn to take Magikarp away, throw out Squirtle, Squirtle gets hit, and now you're just at lower health. Like, you know, it's not a good. It works, but it's not like a great system.
Yeah.
So the XP share is good. And then in fucking X and Y, they introduced the EXP all. So you could have a freaking army of
Your
whatever you
entire
want.
party gets
Your
a
entire
cut.
party gets a cut of the XP that your fighter earns. And because of that, you're constantly everybody on your team
Yeah.
is a
At
good
least
like,
at level,
at
if not
least,
over level.
At least like 3-4 levels higher than
Yeah.
the trainers you're fighting
You gotta, like,
in
know,
any area of the
yeah.
game.
You gotta really
Like,
try to get like
you
on
got
the level.
you have to be you've got to go out of your way to skip fights and
Yeah.
like run away from
box
every
Pokemon
wild
probably,
encounter,
yeah.
throw everybody in the box
Yeah.
to have any shot at the game being challenging. And even then, they give you so many gift Pokemon that like, you know, you can make the mistakes in like the earlier ones. It's like, oh, this one looks cool, but it kind of like its stats are bad, so it's like, oh yeah, my rat evolved into Raticate. It's just a big rat.
It's a big red.
But it sucks, so like you can't really use it late game. You're just gonna get fucking shit on. And then in the newer ones, it's like in X and Y specifically, it's like, okay, hey, here's your starter. Starters are usually good because everybody gets one freebie,
Good stats.
and then you get a second starter because they're like, oh yeah, we're bringing back the Kanto. Like, yeah, you can pick Bulbasaur, Charmander, Squirtle again.
those guys.
So now you just have two. So you're
Not
already
Kanto
starting the game
starter,
with
but
two.
Oshawott, yeah.
Yeah, like Oshawott. Oshawott, yeah.
So is that your
Charmander,
favorite?
Bulbasaur, and Oshawott.
What?
Is that your favorite?
Piplup?
Gen
That,
That's your
4?
favorite?
see, we're getting away from the fire starters.
He's
but
nailing
I'm-
starters, though. He's got a lot of
cool,
starters
yeah.
now.
Rookie.
Another starter, yep.
That's Monkey.
The dog with a heart on the ass.
Yes.
Don't
yes.
know that
That's from Gen 6.
That's not a
That's
starter,
why I
is it?
missed that, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Is this a starter?
it is.
Really?
No, it isn't.
Isn't it like that rough?
No. You got the
Like the-
clown. You
that
got the
brown
clown
Oh,
seal.
nope.
You got the.
Yeah, okay.
You got the,
yeah,
Oh,
I
that
was-
thing?
I was,
No,
I was
no,
wrong.
no,
not-
that's
not it.
Fennekin.
That's
Yeah,
Fennekin.
that's
That was
Fennekin,
the-
I know that one. Give me
Yeah.
other ones. Give me
More
other
starters?
ones. We'll try to name them, alright?
Okay, you want more starters?
I don't need starters. I just need mons.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna show you this, and I'm gonna say think Shrek.
Lapras.
Good.
That-
That's a name.
Same
Yeah,
type, same
yeah.
type.
Oak.
Oh,
Okra?
O-
oh, gross.
ochre.
That's half of it.
Pretty
Close.
Ocarina.
No,
Left
That's
Tiger?
a
second.
Zelda
it's
game.
definitely
That's its own separate
Yeah.
intervention, by the way.
Ochre.
It's definitely like Orca something,
No,
right?
hold on.
Orc.
Like
That's
Orca.
the
Orca
second
lot.
half.
Orca-lot.
I'll give you this. It ends with what you've almost said, but haven't quite gotten
That's
it right.
gone.
Again, think Shrek.
Narcoleptic.
Nope.
Orcatina.
No.
No, like
that's the second half of the
like
word.
ends
Ochre?
ends with that. Yeah.
Poker.
Nope.
While that does end with ochre, that's not what we were looking for.
Smoker.
Fly Ochre.
No.
Very close.
Choker.
Very close.
Well-
In fact, I'd say rhymes with fly ogre.
Fly.
Fly over.
No.
They're not gonna get it. It's so
No,
random.
It's, it's
Shy ogre.
so close. So close. Kai ogre.
No.
Kai ogre.
I'd argue fly ogre.
Here's another one.
closer.
I'll give you a hint. This guy likes ground a lot.
That's the Ruby guy.
Yep.
In fact, you would say he has a blank for the ground. He's
Hard,
got that.
hard on. Hard on ground. Hard.
You got all the words.
Kinda
there.
works,
You
yeah.
got to move the
Ground
words.
hard on.
Argon.
Argon?
Aragon.
That's a different one.
Ground
That's a
hard
steal.
on is so close. You just gotta just gotta soften it up a little.
Yeah,
You just gotta soften it up a little.
Chargon.
Gargon.
Gyarados.
Nope.
It's Groudon.
Groudon.
Do you know
Yeah.
what team has or is fighting for Groudon?
Yeah, it's a good question. Let's talk about teams.
Team Rocket.
Nope.
Okay,
nope.
yeah.
Team Rocket's too to f with legendaries.
Yeah, they had Team Rocket for a while, but then they added more like evil teams in all the games.
Yeah.
There's always a new team. Or multiple teams to fight. Like
What
in Jungle
evil
Team.
team?
I don't know options.
Team Yell.
That's from
That's-
Sword and Shield.
That's
Team
They don't do much though. They just kind of scream about.
yeah. They're just
Marnie
kind
or
of
whatever,
like
yeah.
like
Team
punk
Crash.
teenagers.
Nope.
Nope.
Team Crush.
You weren't close.
Team Fanta Orange.
Team Squirt.
Team Squirt.
Now that's a spoiler for Gen 9.
Jaguar.
That's a football team.
Or a
That's
jet.
Or a car.
Lamborghini.
Nope, it's not a car. It's a natural thing in the world.
Yeah.
Team.
Air.
Nope, it's.
So in Gen 3,
So,
Team Rock.
so
nope.
the story
It turns into rocks.
the story of Gen 3,
Lava.
you've got two
Oh,
evil
you're
teams.
close.
Magma.
Yeah.
that's the red team.
Evil
Ah,
teams
that's-
trying. They're two sides of the same coin. One team is
What
like,
coin?
we need
Oh.
nothing but land mass.
I haven't thought of it that way.
And the other team's really into
Dang.
boats, so they
Boats?
want the entire
Yeah, their
world
team
to
is
be an
water-based.
ocean. Their
Team Magma is all about making land.
Oh.
Team Aqua.
What about Black and White 2?
Black and White 2, you are
That's all
looking
I
at
have,
Team Plasma. Now, that's also why I say
No, don't move on.
No. This is circling back. Gen 5 is a good place to start because the evil team in that game is Team Plasma. They're the only Pokemon villain team that aren't like cartoonishly evil or like too like lack like so little of a threat that it's not even funny. Like with the punk ass teenagers
Yeah,
from like
they don't do
Sun and
much.
Moon.
Yeah, that's good.
Don't do shit.
Yeah. Team Skull.
You got Team Plasma, who they have like an
I hear
ideology.
you.
They have an ideology. They think that Pokemon trainers shouldn't exist. Pokemon should just be allowed to be wild. And they're basically like PETA terrorists, so to speak. And like, you know, they do have actual points to make throughout the thing. But, you know, as you go through the game, you'll learn like, oh, their entire thing's built on lies. They're like, you know, this is a manipulation, this is being used, and they're actually just trying to be the only people who have Pokemon so they can rule the world.
Space Invaders.
Close.
That's Team Galactic from
yeah.
Gen
Gen
4.
4.
Yeah, tell me about
Cyrus.
Chikorita.
That's a Generation 2 starter.
Grass.
Grass. Yeah.
Well, so we know.
Evolves into a Meganium.
What about the frog thing?
Froakie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it turns into
Froakie.
Greninja.
Greninja's
No,
kinda
no,
dope.
no, I don't
I-
want that. The
Croagunk?
frog. The thing.
Toxicroak?
That's a good frog.
Yeah, that's
No.
another frog. That's
No,
that's
no.
another frog.
Frogs.
Polytoad? Are you talking
Poliwhirl?
about
Poliwrath?
Polytoad?
It's more of like a lizard, I guess.
What's the
Polytoad?
color on it?
Green.
Polytoad.
Green lizard, huh?
Yeah.
Trico?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, lizard, but
Yeah.
What is it that?
I don't know.
No, he's like a tree salamander kind of guy. He's just vibing.
All right,
Yeah,
I'll
give him-
allow it.
Oh, yeah, I'll
Yeah.
give
That's
him
a
that.
Generation 3 starter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about
Alongside Mudkip and Torchic.
what,
that
We
off.
don't care about.
Make that
what
up.
about the rocks?
Dwayne?
Oh, I
they're-
know what you're
Geodude?
talking about.
Yeah!
What's it called?
Geodude, the Gen 1 guy?
Like,
Turns the
Nah,
golem?
I don't think it's the G. Are you talking about the rocks? That's like the snake rock man.
Onyx?
Yeah,
Yeah, Onyx.
Onyx turns into Steelix. He's
Yep.
pretty cool. That's another Gen 1 guy.
What about what about the
What do you asking? What about them? You want me to tell their names? Like, you want me to describe them? Not a Pokedex. I don't have all the information about
what's
them.
the thing that Lucario starts as?
Riolu.
It's a baby Pokemon. You know about baby Pokemon?
Introduced in Generation 2.
Yeah.
You could
You make
have.
Pokemon can
You
get
could
eggs.
put two
Oh,
Pokemon into a
I-
daycare and they lay an egg.
Ever heard of a Ditto?
So Ditto in Gen 1,
Yeah.
the only move it could learn is Transform. So basically, you send out Ditto, bam, now you're using your opponent's Pokemon.
I know Ditto.
So when you
He
put
knows
Ditto,
who it is.
so when you put
No,
Ditto
Ditto,
in the
alright.
daycare, it morphs into the other Pokemon in the daycare, and then they lay an egg.
Yeah, they do the six.
Okay.
Yeah.
How many eggs?
As many
Infinite.
as you
they
want.
Keep going.
They
as long
won't
as you collect
stop.
them, they'll keep going.
They
Well, you
won't
just
stop.
walk to get your eggs, right?
Yep. Well, you walk to crack
Oh,
them.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
Pokemon, yeah, you
yeah.
walk the
You put them. You
What
put
else are we talking about?
you
Yeah,
put one
yeah.
Pokemon Ditto in the daycare, and you walk away for a bit, and you go back to the guy out front. He's like, "Oh, they're fucking." You grab their egg, and then you drive on your bike back and forth, back and forth.
Yep,
back
you
and
pick
forth, back
you
and
pick
forth.
one little lane. Usually it's right in front
Yeah.
of like the egg place.
They usually do put a good little
And,
route.
yeah,
to
so you can
walk
just
back
go
and
like
forth.
foom foom foom
Yeah.
or foom foom foom.
You grab your fire Pokemon with magma armor or flame body. Whatever it is, so half as
I
fast.
know.
Yeah.
What
You also
about-
get a different language ditto, so you can pseudo method and get shinies.
Pikachu.
Pichu's a baby Pokemon.
I know. Raichu. How about a Lowland Raichu?
I like
know.
that one.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
nice.
he's
That's
on a
psychic.
surfboard.
Mm-hmm. That's a good one.
Exagoon.
Zigzagoon,
The egg thing.
execute,
Oh,
Yeah,
what is
yeah,
he,
yeah.
the palm tree guy?
like execute,
Yeah, he's a
and then
good
he
one.
evolves into a
Yeah.
coconut.
That's a funny
man.
one, yeah.
Falco.
Dragon type. That's
That's from Star Fox.
That's a different guy.
That's
yeah.
a different.
That's
That's
just Star Fox.
that's just the wrong game.
What about
Are you just asking like every Pokemon?
You just want us to go through the Pokedex?
Alright, yeah, go through the Pokedex.
Bulbasaur,
How many
Ivysaur,
are there?
Venusaur,
Pick something you
Charmander,
like, like
Charmeleon,
900.
Charizard,
Yeah.
Squirtle, Wartortle, Blastoise,
War
Then-
Turtle?
That's
Yeah.
that's the middle of
Turtle of
Squirtle's
War.
thing, yeah.
Then it's Caterpie, Metapod, Butterfree,
Okay.
Weedle, Kakuna, Beedrill.
I hear you.
That's about as far as I know in order.
Sandshrews somewhere in there. Pikachu's
Yeah, pretty
probably close.
Pretty late.
Yeah.
Pikachu's number 25.
Yeah, it's
Don't know
close.
why I
And
know that.
explain the whole gyms and Elite Four.
Yeah, I just want to run through like I just want to go back and run through like the basic like gameplay
Yeah,
of
like
how
here-
it actually works.
So
Oh,
we
okay.
could go
Yeah.
on and on about talking about like
Yeah.
this Pokemon exists.
Yeah.
This Pokemon exists.
This is the name
This
of
one
what you're
looks.
thinking of.
This one
Yes.
looks kind of funny.
I can
this
name
one's
them
rare.
if you
And so-
somehow describe them.
yeah,
They
but
can
I
probably
don't
named.
think that's how we're going to convince you guys to play through the games.
Yeah.
So take it away. What
Yeah,
does
so
the game look? An average
let's-
playthrough.
Yeah, let's go back to your uncle or whatever scientist. You grab the Pokeball, you get your starter, a fire, water, or grass guy, little boy or girl. They're cute, right?
Keep explaining to Justin. We got food delivered, so I'll pick that up.
Okay.
And
I'll
I'll be back.
pause it for a second. I'm
No,
not
no,
just
keep
pause
going,
it.
keep
No,
going,
keep going, keep
keep
going.
going. I'll pick up where we leave off.
he's
All
trying
right.
to
That
miss the
seems like
juicy
a bad
parts.
idea.
He's,
Go watch the
he's
video,
skipping the juicy parts.
You're gonna miss some very vital information. I'm not
Yeah,
moving on.
Yeah.
I'm not
I-
moving on. I'm not
I-
allowing that.
I got a quick little question.
Yeah, what's up?
What do Pokemon?
Yeah, we were.
Nah,
explaining
no,
that.
no, no, no.
Okay.
It's on the same lines though.
Good.
Do different Pokemons eat different things?
Probably.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're
What's
like,
the lore behind that?
So
do you eat different things than me?
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, but like,
Case closed.
What do you
based
feed
on
them?
There is also
yeah,
different egg
what do
groups.
Pokemon eat? And then like they're in the ball. How do you feed them in the ball?
So
Well, you
it
can feed them
kinda-
puffins.
And like the
All their
lore,
fats.
it's basically like Pokemon either eat bugs, like just regular ass bugs, not bug types.
Okay, right.
Important distinction there, apparently.
All right, now I got another question.
That ain't
so,
mine.
So there's bugs in Pokemon. Are there normal animals in Pokemon?
Like what?
Cows.
There's a milk tank.
Yep.
Huh?
So
Milk
that's
tank.
where it
Okay.
gets a little confusing because like early on, it's like you'll just see some generic regular birds and stuff,
There's like rats, birds, worms.
and they're not Pokemon. But then there's Pokemon versions of them.
How does
But then
that
like
happen?
as the generations go on and they start like making more and more and more and more, you pretty much only see Pokemon. Like you won't just like look underwater and see like just a fish.
Like a regular guppy.
Yeah, you'll look underwater and see like a Remoraid or something.
I didn't move on, so we're still at the same spot.
Okay.
Just my
We
question
just
about
we
eggs.
just went down
So-
the road.
Yeah.
Is there rice in Pokemon?
Yes.
I'm sure.
What about trees?
And
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What about like magic?
Well, there's
There's
psychic.
psychic types, yeah. One guy has some spoons.
That's
Yeah.
one of my favorites, Alakazam.
He's really cool.
Alakazam.
Yeah, he's really cool.
That's fun.
You gotta trade him though to evolve.
Any witches?
In Pokemon.
Jinx, Magius. Jinx is good.
Yep.
Jinx is a good answer.
No.
Jink's not really a witch.
I want
People? I don't know.
Sabrina's kind of a
Yeah, Sabrina
That's
does have
witchy stuff.
psychic powers
well,
if you look into it.
the teenage witch.
kind
Yes. I
The
think
dead
that,
one
I
gym
think that's
leader.
what they were going for actually.
Probably. Makes
That's
sense.
probably
Yeah.
it's back in the 90s.
That's fair. What about karaoke? Is there karaoke?
of. There could be. There's nothing stopping it from being
There's a Chatot. Chatot's a fun one. In Gen
That's a
4,
parrot.
you can
Explode?
He can sing. Yeah, he can sing your ears off. Yeah.
So what about the spin-off titles? Did you play any of the fun little side
Pokemon
games?
Pinball.
yeah, Pokemon Pinball.
Great game.
That's actually fun. It's a lot better than Mario Pinball. Like I don't like to get political, but Pokemon Pinball beats Mario Pinball every day of the week.
It's so good.
Every day of the week.
Why?
It's just more fun.
I never played the other one, so I just know Pokemon Pinball. It's
Mario
really cool.
Pinball's kind of hard.
It's very
Pokemon
good.
Ranger.
Was that the one he
I did.
lassoed him?
I did play that one.
I didn't like that one.
It wasn't great, but
I didn't play that one.
I played through it. Like I bought this whole ass game, played through it 100%, just to get the Manaphy egg to transfer it over to my platinum.
What's Manaphy?
That's
a mythical
one of
Pokemon.
the mythical Pokemon. Every generation has legendary Pokemon, which are like the ones on the box, like your Groudons for Ruby, your Rayquazas for Emerald, Dialgas for Diamond, whatever. And then every game also has mythical Pokemon, which are Pokemon with like legendary level stats, but you can't get them through normal playthrough. Like you gotta do something extra, like go to the events or beat this random Slowpoke and then do a glitch. So that way, when you walk on the bridge, Mew just comes out of nowhere.
Or just hack him in.
Yeah, or you hack.
There's also like the pseudo legendaries like Salamence and
Yeah.
And then there's pseudo legendaries which have like close to the legendary level stats, and they usually evolve like really late, like level like 50 plus.
Yeah, but you can just find them.
But you can just find them. Like they're rare, but you can find them.
Yeah.
I think I have everything I need to get started, right?
Sure.
we named a lot of Pokemon for you.
What about
I haven't even ran you through the gyms yet in the Elite Four.
who's that?
The Elite Four?
Yeah.
So on your adventure, right, you get your little Pokemon, you go out in the wild. We're gonna go back to this. We're gonna finish it this time though. You go out in the wild, and you go through all the towns in your region. And at some of the towns, there's a Pokemon gym, and you got to beat all 8 Pokemon gyms to go face the Elite Four, which are the biggest, best Pokemon trainers in the region. There's 4 of those guys and a champion as well. And you have to beat all 5 of them at the same time, back to back to back to back to back. Then you become the Pokemon champion. That's the main goal of all the games.
So the main goal in every game is the same in every game.
Yeah, you gotta become the champion of the region.
Catch a bunch of Pokemon, train them to be the very best.
So
Yeah.
what's the
Beat one
difference?
of us.
What's the difference in all the games?
New regions,
New regions,
New regions, new
Pokemon.
Pokemon, new types,
new everything, new gym leaders.
and then they usually throw in different mechanics too.
Yeah.
Like, in
Okay.
from Gen 1 to Gen 2, they added 2 types, Steel and Dark.
Okay. All right.
And then
all right.
2 to 3. Oh, what did they add? A lot more
Water.
water. A lot more water than there used to be.
So did they have boats?
Kind of, yeah.
You can ride a boat. There's a scene where you ride a boat.
Mr. Briny.
All right. What about trains?
There's a
Sword and Shield
a,
are right.
there's a ski lift.
What about Pokemon Snap?
Pokemon Snap's kind of
That's fun. Yeah,
That's-
entirely relevant to normal Pokemon, but entirely different.
Not the same
Just kind of like
playthrough.
Pokemon. Cool though. Fun game.
What about Pokemon Dash?
Oh,
Played.
roll that one.
What about Pokemon Troze?
Is that real?
Don't know what that is.
Yes, it is. That's a puzzle game. Which, knowing Scott and his Tetris fetish, that's probably the only one he's played.
What about Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Gates to Infinity?
I think you can name more Pokemon games than Pokemon themselves.
yeah.
That doesn't answer my question.
Never played it. I played one of the Pokemon Mystery Dungeons. It was
Don't
fun.
know anything about
Pokemon Super Mystery Dungeon.
Nope.
I played one of them. Wasn't that one?
Pokemon
Gotta catch them all.
Red.
That's
Yep.
that's a classic.
Blue.
Yep, that's yeah.
Those name
are the
colors.
first-
Yellow.
Yep, yep.
Green.
Yeah, that one's
real.
region locked. That one's region locked, but it is real.
What region?
Japan.
Really?
Yeah. So originally they released red and green, and then they updated it a little bit.
You
made
shouldn't have
blue.
said really. He's going on.
And then when it came over to America, they took the Japanese Pokemon Blue, and then they split that into red and blue for America. So America never got a green.
So there's a green game out there that America just never got.
I'll love with you. It's probably very similar.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
very
it's-
similar.
Oh, okay.
It's very similar. Worse character sprites though.
So yeah, that's the reason to go for it. Yeah.
Yeah, everything looks worse.
Really? Okay.
You can already barely tell what's going on when you're playing through VOGs, but yeah, even worse. Even worse. Mew.
Do you have any?
Mew from Green looks horrible.
Does it?
Somebody pull up a picture. Mew from Green.
Do you have any reason as to why you buy one Pokemon game over another?
Which legendary on the box looks cooler?
That are the exclusives because each game when they have like the 2 games like Sword and Shield or whatever, like some of the Pokemon will only be catchable in one of the games. So
How much?
Yeah.
How much trading do you do?
I like
Got
wonder
it.
trades on like.
Yeah, look at that. That's Mew from
There you
Green.
go.
Yeah, it's
I
not bad.
kind of like that, honestly. I think you guys are just being dicks.
No, I think that's accurate.
Yeah,
think
now,
it's
now
being
pull
a
up what
little-
Mew's supposed to look
Yeah.
like.
I mean, what?
That's what's
It's not that bad. I mean,
Well, at the end of the day, which one would you recommend us to start on?
Pokemon game.
Do you have any nostalgia for any of the Pokemon? Did you ever collect any Pokemon cards back then?
certain generation.
No,
calling
but
your
I like the chandelier Pokemon.
name. Okay.
That's Gen
Okay.
5.
I like the ice cream Pokemon.
That's still Gen 5.
I think Gen 5's calling your name.
I like the orange pig.
Gen 5.
I
Your team's
like
building out. Need 3 more.
I think you know what you need.
Need 3 more. You want the garbage? Is garbage 5?
Garbalure.
Garbodor.
Garbodor, I think, yeah.
How about
Want a pile of trash? What he is.
do I?
And it evolves into
I
a
would
bigger
love it.
pile of trash.
Has there ever been like a sock Pokemon?
There's Sock the fighting.
Yeah, there's
guy.
a Pokemon called Sock.
Yeah.
He doesn't look like a sock.
He does
though.
look like Sock.
Yeah, no, it's more like Sock. Like
Well, is there a
That's
Pokemon?
Sock.
Oh, it's cool.
Is it spelled like sock?
No, it's S-A-U-K.
Is there a Pokemon that looks more like a sock?
I don't think so.
I don't think there is.
I think you.
Isn't there an apple Pokemon?
It's
Yes. But
There's an
that's
Apple
that's
one,
much
yeah.
later. That's like
Yeah.
a Gen.
It's Gen 8, I think, yeah.
Is there a
Yeah,
sock
it's either
one?
a 7 or an 8.
I think it's
There's an apple one. We've moved on, Dominic.
Apple
We're talking
Dragon.
about fruit now.
There's a cherry one.
What?
Cherubi.
Cherubi?
Yeah, ever heard of it?
Let me see.
Yeah.
It looks like a cherry.
Yeah. Cherry. Cherubi.
That's 2 cherries.
Nope.
Yeah.
One
There's a
Pokemon.
little cherry, but yeah, one Pokemon.
Is a little
Like
cherry
the-
alive?
It appears to be either a baby or another part of it.
That seems uncomfortable.
Yeah, that's f***ed up.
It looks happy, so I won't worry too much about it.
That doesn't look happy in that picture. The one behind it.
I'm just not focused on that. Focus on the main one.
Yeah.
But what about there's another living thing behind it?
It's part of the. It's fine. It's good.
Like, Dig Trio has 3 bodies, but it's one Pokemon.
That's true. Doug Trio.
No, it isn't. How does it breathe?
It's one Pokemon.
How does it... 3 bodies, though?
It doesn't have a mouth, so.
Which
probably-
one does the business?
I think they all do business.
Like, where are they? Like underground though. Like they don't end in the dirt.
Yeah, they might be like.
Don't ask
20
what you
feet-
don't want to answer.
It's like
20
a,
feet long. Or like,
Yeah,
it's like an
does it have
iceberg.
legs?
It goes down a mile.
I like to think so.
So
Yeah.
I'll start with like a...
I think Gen 5 sounds like it's your cup of tea.
Okay, alright. What about
Yeah.
for Justin?
My
Yeah,
only
too.
memories from are like having like the cards and like munching on them when I was really young.
Munching
You go for another classic kind of game, like a Gen 3, Gen 4. That's what I'd go back to for nostalgia.
I like games that
The
are
modern
like,
ones are probably easier to pick up and play, but they do have the longer like tutorials to kind of get through and all that.
I like
Yeah.
the
A little more
visually,
handholdy.
visually appealing games.
Okay.
I want to look good. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
Yeah, I
You
guess
don't
you
want the
can.
new ones.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't want
Yeah,
those.
you might want to look at
That's-
the
that's a-
franchise. Like,
that's a hot-
looking good.
that's a hot
Realism.
Yeah.
That's a hot button issue in the
Yeah.
fandom right now.
I'm not sure you're on the right couch for that.
Really? Alright. I didn't realize that was going on.
Well, it still
You
looks
know, I like some of the old
animated.
pixelated like old games like Gen 3 and 4. I like to look at them.
Yeah,
Like
4
those,
is
but-
my favorite.
Yeah.
I'd go back to that one.
I won't say they're modern like masterpieces though in terms of like holding up to modern graphics, but
Okay.
if you're going to Pokemon for graphics, I'd turn it around.
yeah. Okay.
I think he is a Gen 7 guy.
Think so? Sun and Moon? Think he's going to the sun or the moon? Think he's doing an island tour?
Oh, I thought that was I thought... Yeah, we'll do 7.
Yeah.
Is there like a jungle game? Jungle Pokemon game?
That's
There's a movie, there's a
exclusively
Jungle
in
Book.
yeah, we should just watch the Jungle Book.
I think that's what you want.
Is there a
Yeah.
Baloo Pokemon? Like, is there a bear Pokemon? That
Oh,
looks
there's
like
a lot of
Baloo?
There's a
Bears.
couple bears for
But
sure.
is there like a jungle region? That's like that was the question I wanted to ask.
There's like jungle areas probably,
there's-
but not
yeah.
like a jungle region.
I want to play the game. I want to play the Pokemon game that has the most jungle regions.
Most trees per capita.
I'd have to look that up.
That's
I don't-
probably gonna be Gen 7. Probably Sun and Moon.
Yeah, that's probably your best bet. That's like Hawaiian. That's like
Cool.
a Hawaii kind of vibe.
Yeah.
Gen 5 is set in basically a Pokemon version of New York City.
That's true. They're all based off real actual locations.
Really?
Like Gen 8's based off England.
And Gen 1, Kanto, that's literally just the Kanto region of Japan.
Hear that?
Gen 9's based off Spain, I believe.
Huh?
The new gen coming out, Scarlet and Violet.
Dom?
Yes. What city would you want to be, or would you want to make into a region?
Your house.
Toledo.
Nice. That'd be sweet.
Yeah,
That'll be the next one. Pitch that to
That'd be
them.
so cool.
Set one in Toledo.
I would like the Atlantic Ocean.
Just water.
They already made
You
Hoenn.
sounded very Team Aqua.
Yeah,
How about that?
Hoen's already real.
They already made that, yeah.
I think I have enough
You
information.
better go catch them all then.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll play our game.
Yeah.
And we'll report back to you.
Yeah, I want a full Pokedex
I'm
completed.
starting with
Yep,
Gen
5.
5. That's the
That's
word.
weird.
If you would have said Gen 4,
Sorry,
I would have asked you to
yeah,
get
I
me
didn't.
a
I didn't know what the
Munchlax.
correct word was. It. Yeah,
The
read
number?
for it.
Right number.
I didn't know what the correct word for it. You know, I've never played Pokemon.
Are you
before.
gonna pick Tepig?
Who?
Tepig?
Oh come on!
Oh,